It's time for another amazing Sri Lankan recipe, and this one is packing the heat. Oh my God, that's spicy. The more and more I learn about Sri Lankan cuisine, the more I fall in love. And I'm so excited to share this dish with you today, which has been one of my favorites for quite some time now. We're making deviled prawns or deviled shrimp. And this dish has the most amazing flavor profile because it's sour, it's sweet, it's spicy, and when all the ingredients come together, it just makes for the most delicious flavor. Now it all starts off with the sauce, which is nice and simple. So to a bowl, I'm gonna add a little bit of water, and we're gonna go in with our thickener, cornstarch. Once that's nice and whisked, I'm gonna add some ketchup, soy sauce, sugar, vinegar, and we're gonna give that a nice mix, and our sauce is good to go. Of course, for this dish, we're gonna need some prawns. If you can't get a hold of prawns and you can only find shrimp like I did today, go ahead and use them. Your dish will still be really delicious. So my shrimp are shell on and they're deveined. I've just let them thaw, and we're gonna season them up with a little bit of lime juice, kosher salt, and pepper. We also have a couple of veggies going into this dish. So firstly, I'm gonna cut up some onions and set them to the side. And then we have these beautiful long yellow banana peppers, which I'm gonna cut into rings. I have a wok here. I'm gonna pour in some oil, and once that's nice and hot, I'm gonna tip in the shrimp. We're gonna cook them for about a minute or so until they're just cooked through and the shells have crisped up. Then I'll transfer them to a plate. I'm gonna add a touch more oil to the wok, and in go the peppers and onions, and we're gonna cook them off for about 30 seconds or until they're tender crisp, and then they're gonna join the shrimp. So we're about to put this together, but before we do, I wanted to bring your attention to a really important ingredient in this dish, and that's Sri Lankan chili paste. So Sri Lankan chili paste has so many different ingredients in it, chilies of course, sometimes dried shrimp as well, and I get that it might be hard to find where you are, so a really great substitute, and the one that I'm using today, is Chinese XO sauce. It's spicy, it's rich, it has a lot of great umami flavor, and it's quite similar to the Sri Lankan chili sauce, so you can use that in its place. So to the same wok, I'm gonna add a touch more oil, and then I'm gonna go in with some garlic and ginger and saute them off until they're nice and fragrant. Now in go some fiery chili flakes as well as my XO sauce, and I'm gonna saute that off for a good 15 to 20 seconds to toast. I'm gonna pour in our prepared sauce and increase the heat to high. Once it's bubbling, thick, and glossy, I'm gonna add back in our shrimp, the banana peppers, onions, and a few tomato chunks. Give that a nice mix to combine and coat, and just like that, our Sri Lankan devilled prawns are ready. I wish you could smell this kitchen right now because, simply put, it smells spicy. So spicy that I'm kind of nervous, but I think I'm gonna be okay. Hair behind the ears. We have this beautiful piece of shrimp here. The shell is still on, so I'm just gonna peel it back, coat it in that beautiful sauce. Oh my gosh, just get in there. Oh my gosh, that is so good. And for good measure, I'm gonna get a banana pepper in there too, coat it in the sauce. Oh my God, that's spicy. That was a huge error in judgment because I can't even handle heat, so I don't even know what I was thinking when I decided to go for that pepper. But listen, I did it for my Sri Lankan friends because they can handle the heat, and you know, you gotta pay tribute in some shape or form, right? But the shrimp itself is so tender and succulent. I love that we cooked it in the shell because the shell adds this deep seafoody flavor to the mix. The sauce is tangy, it's spicy, it's rich. It has a ton of umami. I am still recovering from that banana pepper. And it just coats the shrimp and the veggies beautifully. You have the crunch of the onions, the crunch of the banana peppers, and it just comes together in one spectacular dish. Did I say spectacular? I meant spectacular. Listen, deviled shrimp, they're called deviled for a reason. They are spicy, they are fiery. If you can handle the heat, you've got to try this one.